Welcome to the podcast From Stress to Success Blueprint with your host Lolita Guarin. And welcome to the episode 58. Yes. So today I want to talk about how we can get stressed out, what has to do with people and handling the conflicts. But mostly of the time is when we have to do something that we are being just pushed into conforming. And maybe we don't even believe that cause that's really against our goals and values, but we do. Well, because we're herd animals and we belong to a group, and when we're children, we really cannot take care of ourselves. So naturally, biologically, we just kind of raised that way. So the good news is that we always can change. And as you can see, life these days changing a lot. And over 50 years or 20 years even change a lot compared to 100. Anyway, this is not a history lesson, I get it. But so it can be very stressful if, let's say, suddenly you decide that you're going to do something new that you want to do now, and the family, maybe, or your friends or people around you really not really working with you, and you may think that you are going against the grain. But then you can have this especially grew up in the environment that being loyal was very, very important. And then suddenly what happens is that you can have this loyalty issue, because here's on one side you one person that have your own very different goals, you have your aspirations, and you really don't want to conform to the old belief system, to belong to old group and everything else. But that old group, all of those things that you're going against maybe really don't jive with the people that you love. So then it becomes this conflict of like you're stressing yourself out. How are you going to make this happen in one day, and live with the same people or behave the same way you're expecting to be behaved, but then really be a different you? That could be very, very stressful. So I don't recommend doing it very like just do it, because that's takes lots of guts and lots of courage, and it's very, very painful. So you can just um, lower the exposure to people and the groups that you do not really jive anymore with. And how is it you start? Another episodes already said it's a great idea to make a list of people that you mostly interact with, and then really see what is it you get from them. Basically, what I'm looking for is, do they make me feel good or do they make me feel bad? And then you just put, and there's of course some people that you like neutral. You're like, I don't care. I don't care what you're gonna talk about. I'm fine. I'm feeling good about myself, and I don't care if they're there. Then okay, just put them neutral. So then you just go one by one, and then you identify the group of people that you like to hang out with, and then you do hang out with them. Now, what happens if, let's say, a lot of your friends become very different people? And I tell you, there was this period in my life that I realized that a lot of people I was hanging out with was just not really who I am. And I was already moving away from those kind of values, and I still felt drawn, more like I had to be loyal to them, because loyalty was a very big deal when I was growing up, especially if you come up from a dysfunctional family where you understand that if you will just not be loyal anymore, you'll die. So you're going to be there no matter what. And that's the time for you to grow up and realize that you're not responsible for the people's emotions. You're not responsible how they're going to make you feel, the same as they're not responsible for yours, right? Okay, let's just get this thing. If somebody tells you, how dare you to say this way, you should pay attention and what you say, because that can hurt other people. Then you can ask the same question about the other person. Say, do you know what they say hurt me? How about that? How would you stop hurting each other? Mm? We all have a right to protect ourselves. Nobody else will. Really, at the end of the day, you're the one who's holding your life. Yes, okay, or somebody else. This can be a very big conversation. I get it, but you know what I mean. You can think how you're going to react to different situations. You can tell yourself that I am not going to put myself out there, or I am going to protect myself, or I'm not going to get in this conflict, or I'm going to stay away from those people, and I'll find a group that loves and appreciates me. You can. This is, you definitely can. Nobody can impose this on you, only if you think that you are afraid or you're super loyal to that. When you realize that you can do, and you can do both, you can stay as long as you want with those group of people that still make you feel uncomfortable, but then find something else. And it's kind of like this work-life balance. It's not about how many times do you need to do, and you need to do 8 hours of work, 8 hours of sleep, and 8 hours of whatever. But it's about how that makes you feel. Because you can still hang out with those people for 1 hour that you don't really like, and then hang out with the people for 8 hours that you really love, and they will fill you in. Make sure you have something that fills you in. Have that balance with yourself, that it will not make you feel guilty or sick, alone, in all other negative ways. So, I want to ask you now, is there something or ever that you experienced in your life that you felt like there was a time for you to move on? Did you do it? I'm just curious. Please leave me a comment below and tell me. Or was there something that you was so scary and then you said, you know what? No, I just stayed to be in the same place, in the same relationship, the same workplace. Or you took guts, asked for help, or there was somebody else came up in your life that actually inspired you to take that next step. I really would like to hear that out. But seriously, if you're stressing out and you're thinking, I'm feeling way too unhappy that I need to conform to those realities of somebody else, and I'm afraid, and I am just not courageous enough to do it, you can do it. You don't have to do it a long way. You can just take one little step forward. Ask yourself, what will make you feel comfortable? And then go do that. And then you will see that the trust in yourself will grow and grow and grow. And then you'll be able so much more to do. And then you can compare yourself like a year from now and say, wow, I cannot believe it actually went that far. I know it's possible because I've done it. I've seen my clients doing it. I've seen many people doing it. Right now, this is the time that you can take charge and actually change your life if you really want to. And it's okay if you one day you do it and the next day you fall back. It's fine. It's called human experience. It's good. It's experience. And imagine if you will never make a change, then you will always will be exactly where you were. And imagine the worst thing can happen and you make a change and it still doesn't happen. At least you can tell yourself you tried everything. But would that be bad? It just would be sad if at the end of your life you tell yourself, I didn't even give yourself even a chance because I was too afraid. That would be sad, don't you think so? So don't be that person. What was they say? Um, Les Brown said that the cemetery is the richest place on earth because it buries so many dreams and goals. Don't be one of them, isn't it? If you need a consultation with me, I'm running special. You probably already heard from previous episodes. It's book 2 sessions, get one free. I never done that before. It's only for my weekend special, not weekend, my birthday special. So I will run it for about 10 days. Also, I hope to see you there. If you like this video, please like it. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe and recommend to your friends and family that maybe I can help more. And I'll talk to you in the next episode.